doing this to myself. I try something, I fall in love with it, and then I realize it is way above my budget. All right, up next is another revisit. I just bit my tongue. And it just, I'm sorry for the snoring, man. Anna's just laying here snoring away right under the camera. Mail guy's here. He should be dropping off a package for me, but he's not because it's still in frickin' Fayetteville. Hi everybody, happy April, happy Friday. I'm Nightingale, and on this channel we do a lot of unboxings, beauty reviews, makeup, commentary, get ready with me's, occasionally witchy stuff and craft stuff, and pet content too from time to time. If any of that sounds interesting, I appreciate if you hit that subscribe button down below. Let's get into today's video. By the way, this is a giveaway video. I believe it's the first giveaway video of April. Stay tuned to see how to enter April's product giveaway because there's going to be a bunch and it's going to be really good. Every month, on the first Friday of the month, I do a review of all the products that I tried last month. So in this case, in March. I do want to point out my new handy dandy display shelf. This was one of the products I got in March. I love it. I think it's amazing. This is an Amazon product, so I will have linked it down below along with any of the other products that are up here. I will have them all on an Amazon shopping list so you can purchase them should you be so interested. I'll also tell you that I get a lot of these products in subscription boxes. I do Allure, Ipsy, Lorella, and in April, I will be doing P. Louise as well. That won't be a regular thing, unfortunately. I just can't afford it every month, but I am doing it in April. So I have those down below as well. If you want to click on them to join, go for it. If you want to purchase anything from Lorella, I'm a Lorella affiliate, and you can use the code Nightingale to save 10%, including on the subscription box. So, you know, saves you a little bit of extra money. All right. Let's get into the skincare first. That's almost always the first section that we do. We're gonna start up at the top. So this is the Ivo Skin Intensive Cica Repair Cream. And I was sent this, I guess, as PR because it wasn't a sample, it wasn't part of a subscription box, and it wasn't part of a UGC deal. It just showed up on my doorstep with a note saying, hey, we thought you'd like to try this. So super exciting to get my first PR. And not only that, it's actually pretty damn good. It is a moisturizer, but it's also very soothing and healing for your skin. I have a major problem with redness, and since hitting perimenopause, I have random allergic reactions to things. And I have found this to be very helpful on reducing that redness. Part of it is because it is a green colored. Green and red kind of counteract each other and help get rid of some of the redness on my face. In addition, it has a very pleasant smell. It smells like fresh cut greenery. So the Ivo Skin, I would go ahead and rate this a 9 out of 10. The one, I guess, critique I would have, as much as I like the fresh green cut scent, it's a little strong and I don't like my skincare to have a super strong scent. Next up is the Lorella Green Tea Foaming Cleanser. This thing, one, I really like it because it's got this silicone head on it, and when you pump it, it like foams out, and then you use this to scrub your skin at night. The green tea is a great antioxidant. It's also a lovely cleaning ingredient, and just tea is such a great thing inside and outside and as a hair cleanser. So I think putting it in a facial cleanser is a great idea. It doesn't have a strong smell, which I love. I don't like having skincare products have a strong smell, but it has to have a pleasant smell, and this does have a very pleasant smell. The fact that it's foaming and it's got the little scrubber brush on it makes it really easy and convenient to do at the end of the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 10 out of 10. Green tea is going to be a detoxifying agent, so it's going to dry your skin out a little bit. It's not necessarily the best product if you have dry skin. I have normal to combination, so my skin, so far, skincare is off to a fabulous start. We won't talk about that. Next up, I did the Subscription Sisters quarterly box this month. If you don't know who Subscription Sisters are, they're another YouTuber and I love her. She has such great energy. She also makes her own completely natural lip balms. They have cocoa butter, olive oil, beeswax, castor seed oil, soybean oil, carnauba wax, candela, and a little flavoring. These are great. I will say they're not quite as moisturizing as some of the store-bought lip balms that I've gotten. For a handmade, all-natural product, it's excellent. The flavors are amazing. This box happened to be ice cream. So the one that I got Wolf to use is waffle cone. I've been using the mint chocolate chip. I am going to give it a 7 out of 10 only because it is not as moisturizing as some of the other products, and because it is wax based, it does leave a little bit of a film on your lips. All right, next up in skincare, we got this itty bitty Glow Recipe Guava Vitamin C Brightening Eye Cream. It's itty bitty. As far as an eye cream goes, it's fine. I don't notice a huge improvement when I use it. Will I buy it? No, probably not. I don't feel like it's any better than just normal face cream. I'm gonna go 5 out of 10. It's fine. Up next, from the super 2-month late product sample thing that's from Pinch Me. But I did get to try the Carmex Daily Care SPF 15 Lip Balm. I've used Carmex probably my whole life. It's just been a staple, and it's in like every gas station, every drugstore. It's a real easy, quick, inexpensive go-to lip balm that at the is also, it almost has a slightly medicated feel where it makes your lips tingle just a little bit, but it's also doing that extra protection, that extra repair for damaged lips, and I have chronically chapped lips. This particular lip balm, it's fine. I would even say it's slightly better than fine. Carmex is a staple for a reason. They've been doing this forever. They're good at what they do. A solid 7 out of 10. Decent product. Will I buy it again? If I'm ever like out or traveling and get chapped lips, yeah, it's the one that I know I can go into any Walmart, any Walgreens, almost any gas station, and they're gonna have it. And I know it's gonna work, so yeah, it's kind of my go-to, oh crap, I forgot chapstick. But I've gone back to my Brooklyn Beanery coffee K-Cups. Oh, they are so good. This is the Oh Fudge. Just the right amount of chocolate to your coffee. All right, moving on. We have the Aero Oil Cleansing Spray. Now I have done an Aero product before, and I was not super impressed. It's a spritz that you can spray on, and it's supposed to make your makeup melt off. And it does. It absolutely does. I spritz this on before I do, and then I follow it up with a makeup wipe, and it does absolutely, gets the makeup off faster and with less rubbing. So on that side, I appreciate it. However, when they say an oil cleansing spray, they mean oil-based. It is the greasiest SOB in the world. It feels like you are spraying olive oil on your skin. I don't like it. If your skin runs oily at all, this is going to just increase that. It's not moisturizing, it's oiling. But it does work. It does do what it says it's going to do. Just be aware, if you have oily skin, this is not the product for you. When I was using this daily, I did actually have breakouts, and I do not have acne. Acne is, thank God, acne is a problem that went away in college for me. I really want to give it like a 2 or a 3 out of 10, but because it does the job it says it's going to do, I am going to give it a 4. All right, next up is a brand that I had tried before and loved. It is Goldfaden, and this is the Goldfaden Plant Profusion Night Cream. Goldfaden is a rather expensive brand. So it's not a brand that I can afford to buy myself. I was really excited to see that this was in my March Ipsy Glam bag because I love the eye cream so much. However, I don't notice that this is any better than any other face cream. In fact, it's actually less moisturizing than most of the ones I have. It's fine. I don't think it's worth the money though, so 3 out of 10. Next up is the Cetaphil Daily Facial Cleanser. This is one that I gave to Wolf from the Walmart beauty box. We got it in February, but he didn't try it until this month. and it's for combination to oily skin and sensitive skin. Wolf says it's fine, it cleans my face, but it wasn't any better than using the charcoal soap that we keep in bar form on our sink. So I think he pretty much used it once and he was like, meh, and he's done. It's nothing special. 5 out of 10. Next up is the Nip and Fab Purify Salicylic Fix Clay Mask. I love a clay mask. I love how my skin feels after them, and because my skin is normal to combination slightly oily, I can use a clay mask without completely drying out my skin. I'm not just gonna be like, it's fine, it's good, it's not the best one, it's good. It doesn't leave my skin as soft as the, I think it's Ahava that I have, but it works good. It's a little bit less expensive than that one, so I like that. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. All right, these we're gonna do as a set, and these are from ColourPop. They're from Fourth Ray Beauty, but this is the chocolate covered strawberry lip scrub and lip mask. I love it. Not a huge fan of chocolate covered strawberries in general. However, I have been using the lip scrub pretty much every night since I got it. It's definitely made my lips a little bit softer. It's also exfoliating, so that remaining dead skin from the super chapped lips is coming off. The lip mask is very hydrating. It's a little sticky tacky, but that means it stays on and it really locks in the moisture. The taste and smell, because it definitely has taste. Again, chocolate covered strawberries, not my favorite taste or smell, but it's really not that bad. I would say it's more like chocolate cherry. Keep using this and get it again. Unfortunately, since this is part of a ColourPop collab, it probably will not be available forever. So if you want it, get it now. 9 out of 10. Up next is the Versed Dew Point Moisturizing Gel Cream. It is an aloe vera based moisturizer, which means it's going to be a little gloppy. But aloe vera is incredibly moisturizing. This also has green tea extract, which again is detoxifying, and tea is going to pull out toxins, and then you're going to put that aloe moisture back in. It's really, really, really gloppy and takes a while to absorb into the skin, but it is incredibly moisturizing and it does absorb in. So I usually do a combination of products, and I do a couple different moisturizers that have different effects, since most are anti-aging and whatever. I can't use this in combination with any other moisturizer, because if I do, it will never absorb because it takes so long to absorb in. But by itself, like if I'm just in a hurry and I just need to put something on so I can go to bed quickly, it works. So I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Would I buy it again? Probably not. All right, up next we have the Pond's Clarent B3 Dark Spot Correcting Cream. Pond's is a really nice drugstore brand. Most drugstore brands do not perform at the same level as higher end skincare brands. And Pond's is exactly what I mean. One, it did not lighten my dark spots at all. Now the only dark spots I have right now are my freckles, and I have one dark spot like here on my cheek, which I really don't care to lighten much, because my mom had the same spot, only it was on the other side of her cheek, but I mean same shape, same location, just opposite side. I always thought it was cool that we had like the same mark. But other dark spot I have is on the back of my lip, and I'm not putting this in my mouth. It's supposed to even skin tone. My skin is still blotchy and red. As far as moisturizing, it's subpar. Not a fan. I don't think I'll even end up finishing this bottle. 2 out of 10. In March, I reviewed the Skin Fix Moisture Barrier Balancing Cream. Love it, still use it. So I was super excited when Skin Fix showed up in, I believe it was my Allure box. And this one is the Triple Lipid and Collagen Eye Treatment. I was really excited to try another Skin Fix product. like this, the Skin Fix barrier cream, which I pretty much use every night now. This does a decent job as an eye cream. It's very soothing, it's very calming. My eyes have been really aggravated lately. This helps. Not as good as my Goldfaden eye cream, but also not as expensive as my Goldfaden eye cream. So it's kind of like, okay, this doesn't do as good a job, but cost-wise, I feel like the job it does is worth the cost, where I'm not sure I can say that for my Goldfaden eye cream. I would buy this. I would buy this again. This is a decent eye cream. I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10. So the Mailies is not new. I got this, I don't remember if I got it in December or January, but it came in, I wanna say, my Allure box? I don't remember. I really don't. But it's a toning cream, and at the time when I reviewed it before, I said the smell is great. Actually, I'm still crazy about the smell. It smells like lavender, but when you put it on your skin and it starts to warm up, it turns into a very nice, like warm, spiced smell that I absolutely love. And it's so soothing, and it helps me fall asleep, just the smell of it. But I said at the time, I don't notice any toning improvement. I can't show you where I've been putting it because I rub it on my chest right here. And it would also help tone my stretch marks. But it didn't do that at first. But I've been consistently using this every night since I've gotten it. And my stretch marks are gone. At least in that one area. So this absolutely does everything it said it was supposed to, and I'm gonna bump it up to a 10 out of 10. I absolutely will get this again. Up next, something that came in, I'm 99% sure, our Allure box this month, is the Glow Recipe Plum Plump Hyaluronic Glossy Balm. That's a whole lot of words. But basically, it's a lip balm. Smells faintly of plum. It's hyaluronic, so it's going to be very moisturizing. I like it. I use it before I do makeup as my lip prep, especially since a lot of the lipsticks I've been using are very matte. This is a nice way to add some moisture, because matte lipsticks will pull moisture out of your lips. Since I'm prone to chapped lips anyways, this kind of counteracts that. I love it. It's really great for that, especially when I've been doing this when I do my makeup. And then the 4th Ray lip scrub and lip mask overnight. It's been significantly helping. 10 out of 10 will absolutely get again. Up next is the giveaway. So this is the Bayside Deep Collagen Wrinkles and Lifting Mask. They sent me a 10-pack. I am putting one of them in the giveaway for April. It's one of those very like jelly textured face masks, and it comes in 2 pieces. You put it on after you've done all your skincare and then you go to bed. Or you put it on and then you know, drink your coffee and do your day, or put it on at night before you're gonna watch TV for a few hours, but you wanna leave it on for 3 to 4 hours. It does become transparent after you've used it, and it adds a lot of great moisture. It's collagen, so it's absolutely gonna reduce your fine lines and wrinkles. It's gonna improve your overall skin health. I really enjoyed it. It says it's pore minimizing. My nose pores are still pretty big, so I don't know about that. It also says that it is firming and lifting. Collagen does that. Yeah, I would say it definitely did that. Boost elasticity. Yeah, sure. Energizing. Yeah, sure. Sticking with yeah, sure on a lot of things. So to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is fill out the form linked below. It's just going to ask some very simple questions. What's your email so I can get a hold of you? What video are you watching? This is the March product roundup. And what did I add to the giveaway? I added a mask. I will draw the winner for this giveaway at the April product roundup, the first Friday in May. At the end of this video, I'll be drawing the winner for the March giveaway. March giveaway. And there's a ton of stuff in the March box. Rating, 8 out of 10. I like it. And this one is going in the April product giveaway. Well, while we're on masks, let's talk about the other masks I tried. Lorella has something called an O2 bubble face mask. And they have a couple of different ones, and I've tried 2 of them. This is the only one I have left to try. This one is the green tea face mask, and since I use so many other green tea things, this is the one I've kind of saved for last. These are really fun because when you put them on your face, they start to bubble and fizz, and for some reason that just tickles me. Somewhat literally tickles me, but it's also just a really fun feeling. And it makes Wolf laugh too, because I'm sitting there at night and I've got these bubbles just forming on my face. They are all very soothing. They make your skin look and feel bright and extra and soft. I love them. I love that they throw these in. They also regularly throw in their avocado mask, their honey mask, their mango mask, their lemon mask. They have a whole bunch of masks, and I have not tried the mango. I have not tried the lemon because I do not like those scents. But the avocado and the honey I love. These I love. Lorella's skin masks are great. And for the price, they are fabulous because, one, any order you do with Lorella, they are probably going to throw at least one of these in as a free gift. Especially if you do any of their live boxes or subscription boxes. But even to buy them on their own, they're like on sale more often than not for $1.50, which I feel like is a really good deal for a mask. So, you know, if you're buying anything from Lorella, spend the extra couple bucks. Throw a few of these in your order. You won't be sorry. 9 out of 10, greatly enjoy them. Up next is another product revisit, and this is my Grown Alchemist Hydra Restore Day Cream. And I reviewed this. I think it came in my November icon box. And I was so excited because I had heard so many things about Grown Alchemist. And then when I used it, it just didn't do as much as other skin moisturizers. This month, as I learned more of what putting some kind of moisturizer or primer on your skin does, I started using this as kind of a primer before I did my makeup. While I still think there are better moisturizers out there, I like this as a primer for your makeup. I am bumping this up to an 8 out of 10. I don't remember what I rated it before, but I know it was below that. Only 2 items left in skincare. It's always the longest section. Up next is the Lorella Rose Water Mist. It is a toner slash SPF. Rose water is a natural SPF, so it doesn't have an SPF rating on it, but it does provide some sun protection. Not a whole lot. Now, I am an indoor cat. I do not spend a lot of time out in the sun, so a little SPF protection goes a long way with me. And I like that it has just enough that my skin's not ever exposed to the sun. It's also a nice toner. It does smell like roses. It's not overwhelming, except when you're spraying it. When you spray it on your face, you are spritzing yourself with 100% rose smell. I mean, it's frickin' rose water. What do you expect? But it's a great toner. I enjoy it. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 because that rose smell is you're losing 2 points for it. Sorry, Lorella. I love you, but sorry. Not every product's gonna be a 10 out of 10. All right, last thing in skincare is the last product I got to try, and that is Jung Seimul's Essential Mule Micro Fitting Mist. Yeah, Micro Fitting Mist and Essential Mule Cream. Now, Jung Seimul is a very, very famous celebrity makeup artist in Korea. And so this is a authentic Korean skincare brand designed by an authentic Korean makeup artist. And this works as a little bit of a setting spray and also a little bit of a toner. I can't tell you what's in it because I don't read Korean. I don't speak Korean. And I tried to look it up on the website, and the website's in Korean. There is an English website, but it is not well translated. I'm assuming it's got like some rice water, or because just guessing by the texture and the smell and the color and the density, I think there's like, it's a rice-based thing. Same with the cream. It's very floral. Yeah, it's very, very floral smelling. But I'm pretty sure it is rice based. And I like it. I have not used this as a setting spray. I don't intend to. But as a toning spray, I like it. It's a very, very fine mist, which I particularly like. It's very, very hydrating. This was the first time I have used this as a primer for my makeup. And I have to say, this is the best primer for makeup I have ever used. It beats Grown Alchemist. It beats the Ivaskin. It's just slightly tacky, which makes it an excellent primer because it helps your makeup stick. I do not like it as a moisturizer on its own, but as a primer, fabulous. This will be my new go-to primer. Will absolutely purchase again. This will probably, I will probably switch between the rose water and this as my kind of get ready mist, because typically what I do is I spray on a toner and then I will put on some kind of moisturizing cream and then I start doing my makeup. So up till now, this has been my spray toner, and then I switch off between these two depending on what I'm going for. I will probably now start switching between these two, and I don't know, like this could replace both of those possibly as my primer. I was prepared to give this about a 6 out of 10 yesterday based on how tacky it was as a moisturizer. And this was going to be about an 8 out of 10. However, after using them under makeup, 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10. I would give it a 10 out of 10, but as a moisturizer on its own, it is really tacky, which is weird because when you it's not a cream. This is absolutely not a cream, it's a liquid. It's very watery, but it ends up sticky. So I did decide to go ahead and put all the rest except miscellaneous into one category. So this is makeup, hair care, perfume. All right, let's just start at the top. First up is the Trini London BFF De-Stress Serum. When I first squeezed some out on my hand, it was very, very, very pink. It does blend into your skin. I don't know if it would blend into any color skin, but it certainly blends into mine. And it makes for an excellent light coverage foundation. It's also got skincare in it. It feels very good on your skin. It absorbs in really well. It's, to me, the perfect everyday foundation. I will 10 out of 10 get this again. It's $58, but it's fabulous. I'm gonna drop it from a 10 out of 10 to a 9 out of 10 because I don't think it should be $50. I think $35 would be a better price for it. Since we're doing foundations, let's just do all of them together. The next one is another one that I got to try before it went live, and that is Patrick Ta's new Major Skin Hydrolux Illuminous Skin Perfecting Foundation. One of the things I love about this are how many shades there are. I quite like this. It's a little bit light for my skin tone, but not much. Formula-wise, this is a great formulation. It feels very light on the skin. It is a light coverage. It is not a super full coverage. Like, you're definitely going to see freckles and coloration through it, but less so than the Trini of London. It's definitely going to cover up blemishes, but the one kind of complaint I have is depending on what powder you put over it, it does sometimes highlight pores. Not always, and it depends on the foundation. Or I mean, it depends on the powder. If you get a setting powder that works with this and doesn't do that, it's fabulous. This was the other one that I'm like, as soon as I put it on, I'm like, oh my god, I found my dream foundation. However, it's also $58. If I can get this on sale, I would absolutely get it. I'm just a cheapskate and I don't like spending $50 on makeup. I ain't bougie enough for that. I don't make enough. I live in a freaking trailer. So I am gonna give it a 9 out of 10. It loses a point for being too big for his britches. I have one more foundation-y thing that I tried, and that is the uber viral Tear Mask Fit Red Cushion. I got the shade 13C Fair. I really like the applicator. It's kind of spongy, but not. It's almost like, I don't know, it's like halfway between a sponge and scuba material, if that makes any sense. I like the design of it, and it's a really good foundation. It looks really dark compared to my skin in the container, but it matches really well. It's a very beautiful medium coverage. I like it, and it's freaking affordable. And it comes on sale on a regular basis. Even not on sale, this is $30. I can afford that. I'm more likely to pay that than I am $50. So unless the other two come on sale, this will be my go-to. I like the other two better formula-wise, but not enough to counteract the price. So I'm gonna say this is an 8 out of 10. So far of the foundation wars, tier 1. So I have 3 lip products to review this month. First is the Merit, it's a shade stick tinted lip oil. It's barely tinted, like it just does not have a whole lot of color to it, but it's not necessarily supposed to. There's just not a whole lot of difference. It's also, for something that is supposed to be a lip serum, it is not super moisturizing. It does not stay on very long. I don't feel like this does all that much. I did get it in the Allure box this month. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. I mean, it's a pretty color. It does add just a little bit of moisture when I wear matte lipsticks, which is most of the time right now. It's another one of those, it's fine. All right, we did get a couple of lip liners in our glam bag this month. They are Beauty Vault. Shade is called For Flora, and this one is Rare Mia. Shade-wise, they're awful dang close. One is slightly coral, one is slightly pink, but they are damn close. They're fine. I'm not a huge lip liner person in general, but they do keep the lipstick on the lips. I really don't have that problem because most of my lipstick is matte, which just doesn't run away as much as glossy lipstick. They do a perfectly fine job. 7 out of 10. Yeah, if you like lip liners, they're a good lip liner. Up next, I got a dozen shades of the Lorella lippies that they are actually discontinuing. They have a new formula that is coming out or has come out. I just grabbed any one of them. I've worn all but the purple shades because I just haven't got the gumption up yet to wear a really purpley lipstick out. I need to, because if I've learned anything this month, it has been to experiment with things that scare you, and I'll talk about that when I get to highlighters. But these are definitely a satiny matte finish. They are pretty drying on the lips. They dry quickly, and I hate to say it, Lorella, but they just don't last. I give them about 3 to 4 hours, and then you need to reapply. And I don't have time to do that all day. Lorella, please, please let your new formula last longer on the lips, because this is a 4 out of 5 right now. And it makes me sad because I have like 8 of them, and I will wear the fire out of them, but I would not buy these again, and I would not recommend them. And I'm a Lorella affiliate. Like, I'm always telling you, hey, go buy Lorella stuff, and I will say, I'm not sure if these are still available on the website or not. I know they are closing out this formula. They have a new formula. Once these are gone, they're gone. They're not going to do it again. Let's wrap up with liquid contour, liquid highlighter, and liquid blush. And then we will kind of move on to the powdery stuff. Okay, so I got the Laritzi cream highlighter in one of my Oops boxes from Birchbox. It's decent. It's not a very prominent highlighter, I don't like the formulation. It's difficult to get on a brush. I haven't tried it with a beauty blender yet. I haven't tried it with my fingers yet. I don't like applying a lot of face makeup with my fingers. I don't mind doing eye shimmers, but just because I have not found a better tool than my finger for doing eye shimmers. I'm not crazy about how this goes on. And I'm not crazy about the level of coverage, but I do like the color. I want to keep experimenting. I feel like there has to be a way to get this to live up to its potential, but I have not found it yet. Right now, I have to give it a 3 out of 10. I'm hoping that next month I come back and say, here's the secret, here's how you make it look fabulous. But as of now, it's a 3 out of 10. And I'm sorry, if I have to work this hard to figure out how to make something look good, it's never gonna be a 10 out of 10. Okay, also in the highlighter world, I have the Believe in Truth Super Drops. Nianoside Golden Serum, and again, this is a skincare makeup combo product, which I love. Anything that I can do to make myself look healthier, I am a fan of. I am using this highlighter today. This does not have a lot of shimmer. Sometimes you don't want a lot of shimmer, you know, for an everyday professional work look, you don't necessarily want a ton of glow. Now, I know my face has a lot of glow right now, but that's because of what powder I put on top of it. It's really good by itself. Like if you're not gonna do a full face of makeup, if you just wanna add a few touches just to give you a slight glow, but then leave the rest of your face natural, this is a great one for that. It blends beautifully into the skin. It's very subtle. And so I like it for that. The problem is I don't do subtle very well. I don't enjoy subtle. If I'm gonna wear makeup, I want you to know I'm wearing makeup. So I am gonna go ahead and give this an 8 out of 10. I think if you prefer a more subtle natural look, it would be a 10 out of 10. I did finally find a concealer this month. It is NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. I should say Wolf found me a concealer at Ulta this month. Finally hides the black circles under my eyes when I don't get enough sleep. The one complaint I have is you have to be very careful how you apply this. It doesn't like to go in your fine lines. Now, you don't want makeup to settle in your fine lines, but you also don't want makeup that avoids the fine lines, because then that leaves your lines, like that makes the lines look darker. At least with a highlight, you know, concealer is supposed to lighten. At least when I'm putting it under my eyes, it's supposed to lighten. So if it's avoiding the fine lines, it's making those fine lines appear a lot darker than the skin around it, which makes them look deeper, which makes me look older. I am not a fan of. I do have an itty bitty, the world's smallest beauty blender that I use to apply it. And I have figured out how to make sure that it gets in those creases so that they don't stand out. But it does take, like you can't just quickly apply this or use it on the run. You have to pay attention and you have to take some time with it. So I don't feel like I can give it a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna go with an 8 out of 10. All right, moving on. I actually have 4 of these. They are Lorella's Berry Cool Tints. They are jelly blush. There's an orangish peach one. It's more peach than orange. A coral one, a real deep berry one, and kind of a reddish pink one. Every one of them works great with my skin tone, depending on what look I'm going for, which was shocking to learn that I can wear a coral blush and it looks good. It actually gives me kind of a youthful, dewy appearance when I wear it. I like it. I am a huge fan of these. The one thing I have to say, and this isn't a negative, it's just a warning, these are extremely buildable. So it's really easy to add more of this color. It's really hard to get rid of it. Because it is that jelly stain, it's a little bit like, or because it is that jelly consistency, it's a little bit like a cheek stain. So go in with a light hand at first. You can add more. You can always add more. Have a light hand when you start, or else you are going to have a lot. You're gonna have very bright cheeks. But I really like the formula. I like the color. It lasts and lasts and lasts. Lorella, whatever you did to make this last, do that to your lipsticks. Cause this lasts me all day and all night. Like one time I did not take my makeup off before I went to bed when I had used this. When I woke up, the rest of my makeup had rubbed off. I still had blush on. It lasts. And I like that. You shouldn't wear makeup to bed, but occasionally shit happens. But these, 10 out of 10. In our Allure box this month, I think it was the Allure box, we got the Danesca Myricks Beauty Blush Lowlighter. This is one of the most disappointing products because I think the color is absolutely gorgeous. And I love the shine. I love that it's almost got like a highlighter-esque shine to it, but it's very much a blush. No pigment on the skin. And it is not buildable. You cannot make it show up. And so, okay, maybe it's a lowlighter, maybe it's just to add a little shimmer to your cheeks. Yeah, it doesn't do that either. It does nothing. It's a waste of a product, in my opinion. The shade of this is Unbothered, and that's what it is. It is unbothered. It does not care to work. Will not buy again. It's a 0 out of 10. It does nothing. And I have tried it by itself. I have tried it on foundation. I have tried it on 3 different foundations. I have tried it as an enhancement to other blushes. I have tried it with no other makeup but this. I have tried everything I can try to get this to show up and do something. And the best I get is on a bare face. If this is the only thing you put on, you will see a pink shimmer in the right light for about an hour and then it's gone. It does nothing. 0 out of 10. Useless product. Why am I not throwing it away? I don't know, because I'm hoping that at some point I will figure out that it's my problem and I'll figure out what the hell to do to it. Let's talk about the brushes that I have up here. So I did get 2 different sets of brushes. They are both from Lorella. This set and this set. This set came in my Lorella Fam subscription box in the February box. This one I got in my live box that I unboxed. This is very much like they're 2 different levels of brushes, but both are really nice. Like these are very soft. I really like them. I've been using them the eye ones a lot. I like the consistency of them. They are especially good for blending. These are a more expensive one, I feel like, and they're slightly coarser in the stem part of them, but they're much softer in the tips. I'm not sure how you do that, but okay. They pick up product really well. These are now my second favorite brushes. So I'm gonna give these a 9 out of 10. I'm gonna give these an 8 out of 10. They are both really good brushes. These are very cost effective. These aren't really expensive either. We also got a brush in this month's Ipsy Glam Bag, and it has become my liquid highlighter blush. The actual brush part is fine. It is synthetic. I don't understand why it was expensive as it was. I don't think it has any business being that expensive. The handle is a very cheap resin. Like this is plastic too, and this one's plastic too. Like all of my brush handles are plastic. This one feels cheap. These feel solid. The connector has these 2 little diamondy things on it. I feel like that's kind of a pointless thing and it's just going to collect dirt over time. The strawberries are already wearing off on it and I've been using it for less than a month. It's a synthetic fiber up top and it does the job. It's way overpriced. I want to say this single brush was like $20. This single brush cost almost as much as this entire set. And sorry, the set is better than this set. So I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. All right, I did get the Lorella Get Snatched Powdered Bronzer and Contour. I finally got a contour that is not yellow. And this definitely better for my skin. It's matching my skin's coloration a lot better. I put it on today. I didn't really use any of the P. Louise because the P. Louise is too yellow. Yes, I hear what you're saying. I know you're right. I just went for the one that was the straight up brown It is like all browns have some yellow in it, but this has more of a red mixed in with the yellow, so it matches my skin tone better. I like it. It's just dark enough that it does give me a little bit of contour without being so shockingly brown that you can tell I'm contouring. So I really like it. It's a little dry and powdery. Like, it's a powder, it's gonna be dry, but it doesn't feel soft. It feels really dry on the skin. I like P. Louise's better, formula better. I like the price on these better. The P. Louise one is probably a 9 out of 10. I would give this one a 7 out of 10. I will buy it again though, because one, the price is right, and two, I do like the formula. I like how it looks. I have to do the Lorella Fluorescence before I redo the Fresh Prints, because I need to be able to explain why I went back in and retried the Fresh Prints highlighters. The Lorella Fluorescent Fantasy highlighters was the one Lorella palette I didn't want. And when I did my last live video, or live box, Alex said, what else do you want? I'm like, I don't know, you make recommendations. And the first thing he said is, you need to try this. And I couldn't think of a nice way to say, it terrifies me, I don't want to. So instead I just said, okay, thank you. And it came and I opened it, and that is blue. Straight up blue. And that's yellow. And we've already had conversations about how my skin does not deal well with yellow. But the bottom row is, you know, a white, a pink, a dark pink, and a light pink. So I was like, okay, well, at least there's 3 colors that'll work. But then a little voice in my head said, you have to at least try it. Because nobody wants blue highlighter, right? So maybe it doesn't look blue on the skin. I'm wearing the blue highlighter right now. It's not blue on my skin. It gives you like a cool glow. It takes my very, very red pigmented skin and gives it just a little bit of a cool tone. And I appreciate that. It actually looks really good. And I've gone in with the yellows and the golds. Every color in this palette works on me, and from what I've seen of other people who've used it, it works on everybody. So don't be afraid of the weird colors. This palette is worth its weight in gold or shiny silver because it's a highlighter palette. I adore this palette now. It has become my most used. Like, I use this palette more than I use any other palette I own. Every time I do makeup, pretty much, this is my go-to one. I love it. It's a 10 out of 10. Like, Alex, I'm sorry I doubted you. This is amazing. You did a great job. I will trust your expertise moving forward. If you can only buy one thing off the Lorella website, this is the palette to buy. Which brings me to the Fresh Prince highlighter palette from Glamlight. I got the Fresh Prince, the full set, mainly because I wanted the little microphone lip glosses and I thought the packaging was adorable. And when the highlighters came, I opened it, I looked at it, I'm like, yeah, I'm not using these. And it has sat in my makeup collection since then because they are metallic. Like, that is a metallic orange, metallic gold, and metallic pink. Super shiny, like the shiniest shiny that ever shinied. I thought there is no way, but then, you know, I tried the fluorescent blue and it worked, so I thought, you know, maybe I should give this one a shot, and you know what? It works. It's definitely a more pronounced shimmer. It's a little glittery, so be aware of that, and it will definitely add shine. I'm not super crazy about how the peach one works, but the pink and the gold are great, and I will use the peach one because it works. It's just a little peach, and I like my highlights to be either gold or pink or blue. I didn't know I liked blue until this month, but I don't feel like I need that much warmth. I don't know. Pink is warmer than peach, so I don't know why I don't like the peach as much, but I just don't. But I do like the other two. So I don't even know that I rated this originally, but I am upping it to an 8 out of 10. Okay, the last facial palette that we got before moving on to eyes is Pinch Me Volume 1, which is a Lorella highlighter palette. And this is another one where I would get more use, I think, out of the Pinch Me Volume 2. Pinch Me Volume 1 is your oranges and peaches, and reds, and they are incredibly pigmented. These are really bright. And I feel like these would do really good on somebody with a yellow or olive skin base, but on my already red face, they make me look like I have a fever. I have to go in with such a light hand. They're still very usable and they are incredibly well pigmented. My favorite of these shades is definitely the Dusky Rose down here, but I have used the red. That's why I say you need a light hand, because I looked a little clowny when I did it, but I like them and they are incredibly pigmented. I really like the formulation. So this is another case of these are just the wrong colors for me, but the makeup itself is great. I am going to give it an 8 out of 10 just because it is not newbie friendly and it does take some practice to get used to light hand. However, if you do theater, this is the palette for you. If you do theater, this is it. This is going to be great for stage makeup. In fact, next time I'm going to play, I have a feeling everybody's going to want to be stealing this palette. We have the hardest time getting our blush to the correct level, yet still looking nice and pretty. So this is going to be great for the theater. Although I still think I'm going to get Pinch Me Volume 2 before I do my next play. But I'm going to go with 8 out of 10. Again, just because it's not super newbie friendly. And I like novice friendly makeup. All right, let's move on to eyes. So I got the Lorella eye mascara. It is a really nice mascara. It's a little bit thick, but it does a very good job. The Benefit FanFest is the mascara I measure every other mascara by. It's the one I'm wearing right now. It's the one that kind of has something in it that helps your eyelashes grow. It gives them incredible length. It is not clumpy. It's thickening without clumpiness. It is the mascara by which all other mascaras that I buy are measured. It doesn't quite live up to it. It's a very good mascara. And it is waterproof, and I had the hardest damn time getting it off when I wore it, which is a good thing, especially considering how my eyes have been watering lately. This is not gonna run, and that is a very good thing. So it's a good mascara. Is it my favorite? No. Would I buy it again? Honestly, no. But not because there's anything wrong with it, but because I get so many mascaras in boxes. I do really like this mascara. I see nothing, I have nothing negative to say about it. It just, if it also helped your lashes grow, it would be a contender. It's an 8 out of 10. It's a really nice mascara. We have made it to eyeshadows. I only got one eyeshadow palette this month. I have finally slowed down on buying eyeshadow palettes. It is a Lorella palette. It came in my Lorella Fam sub box, and it is the Bad Romance Shadow Palette. It is still available on the website. I really like the color story here. I think it is a great Valentine's Day palette that wasn't just all pinks. It has a few pinks, and that's fabulous. It has some really nice shimmers, but it's also got purples and grays and blacks, and I just really liked this as an alternative Valentine's Day palette. I have used it several times. It's very blendable. The shimmers are very nice. I always like Lorella's formulation. That's why they are my favorite eyeshadow. I have like 13, 14 of their palettes at this point. And this was a great addition, a nice color story that I didn't already have. In addition, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 ColourPop individuals. Each one of them is a shimmer. I got them because the next, well, I've already started, but this month's Guess What Inspired My Eyeshadow is crystals, and a lot of crystals have shimmers, and Wolf saw this one at Ulta. It is the Super Shock Shadow in the color Bay, and he thought this would be perfect for labradorite. It's not. This one, it's a shocker. The formula's fine. It's a little too creamy, but it works decent. The problem is this looks very, very blue. However, when you put it on your, like when you swatch it, it swatches red. I don't know how that happened. But yeah, it looks blue in the pot, it swatches red. Because it does not swatch how it looks, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Actually, no, I'm gonna drop it to a 6 out of 10 because it also, when I opened it, the whole pad popped out. Like the whole thing, all of the powder popped out. The Super Shock Shadow Ultra Glitter in the shade Ripple. It's a very pinky purple with a little bit of blue duochrome. It is a fabulous color. I like it. Because I had to do at least one of the Disney ones, I got the Haunted Mansion Super Shock Shadow Eyeing You, which is a very, very bright blue with some navier blues and a little bit of teals and greens in there. Love this. And against my better judgment, but because I loved the color, even if I don't like Twilight, the Super Shock Shadow in the color the Volturi, that is this lovely red and black. I love this color. This color is a fabulous shimmer. And it really does, like, it has red and it has black. It's not a duochrome. It has red glimmer and it has black glimmer, so you get kind of a really nice mix. I really like that. Overall, the Super Shock shadows, they're a little overly creamy for me. I like them. On the whole, I'm going to give the line an 8 out of 10. Last eye cream eye thing I have is the Winx, the ColourPop Shadow Stick from the Winx collection. I don't know if this has its own unique name other than just Winx. Morphix Shield Multichrome. This is another one that on the eye does not look the same as it looks in the stick. I really liked the angelic bluish gold. On the eye, it's a lot more gold and a lot less blue. However, I still like the color. I have never used an eyeshadow stick before. I was very much afraid of it because I really like blended eyeshadow and I didn't think you could blend eyeshadow sticks. You can, and in fact they look really good blended. I am wearing this one today along with the one that I was so mad at, Bay, and the Haunted Mansion one. I do have 2 hair care, but I already threw away one of them. So that probably tells you most of what you need to know right there. I got a Moroccan Oil Volume Mist. And I don't remember, did I get it in February and talk about it in February's product roundup? If I did, sorry for the repeat. If I didn't, it was from the TikTok shop. I know I made a TikTok video because, you know, I got it as a sample, so I had to make a video reviewing it and advertising it. It's a spray that's supposed to give you volume, but it's an oil. When you spray Moroccan oil in your hair, it does not provide volume. It weighs it down. 0 out of 10. The last product I got is Marc Anthony's Grow Long Scalp and Hair Serum. And I've been using it for about 2 weeks. I did not use it the last time I washed my hair because, again, fresh hair dye. I don't know how these products are going to interact with it. I noticed an almost immediate difference with the Olaplex scalp. I lose hair constantly. I am shedding all the time. Like, it's a joke with Wolf. Like, no, there's no doubt in anyone's mind that Wolf has a wife. He doesn't have to wear his wedding ring. He wears my hair because I shed so damn much. The Olaplex scalp pretty much stopped that. To be fair to Mark Anthony, I stopped using the Olaplex when I started using this. Guess what started happening again? I started losing my hair again. So have I noticed my hair growing faster? Yeah, kinda. Like, it's not enough just to make my hair grow faster. It's not improving my scalp health if the hair's falling out fast again. So I am gonna try this using it with the Olaplex and see if maybe it speeds up the hair growth while the Olaplex holds it in. I'm just concerned about having too many oily products right on the scalp. 2 out of 10. We are at the last category of the makeup round, and then it's all downhill from there. And this is the scent round. So I'm going to start with the Gloss Moderne Blanc. This is a perfume oil, and it's kind of a woodsy floral smell. It is a, you roll it on your pulse points. I put it just behind my ears as well. I like the smell. It's more woodsy than floral, but you definitely do get both. Oils do tend to leave your arm or wherever you put them a little bit greasy, which I don't like just in general. The smell's okay. How long it lasts, maybe an hour to an hour and a half. It just does not have lasting power. 3 out of 10. Then we have the Commodity Moss, and I have layered these before, so I know this is okay to do. This is a very masculine, woodsy cologne. So it's definitely good. It's unisex, very unisex, which is great. I love a good unisex. It's a very woodsy smell, and it is a very powerful smell. Lasting wise, I would say it lasts 3 to 5 hours. And I realize that's a wide difference, but it kind of also depends on, did you spray it on top of your clothes like I just did? Do you spray it before you put clothes on? It's gonna last longer on cloth than it is on your skin, but it smells better on your skin than it does on cloth. So it's a trade-off. But it is definitely a bold scent, like, you know it's there. Would I wear this on an everyday basis? Probably not. I would give it a 7 out of 10. It's just not my choice. The last one that I tried, this is the 5 Sins in Too Deep. Now, the 5 Sins Life of the Party is my all-time favorite perfume. It broke my heart when I used the last spray, and I cannot wait to get it again. This is a pretty good second. This one is a little more fruity sweet and a little less musky sweet, and I do lean towards the musky sweet over the fruity sweet, but it's a really nice smell. I really like this one. Staying wise, it's really strong for the first about 2 to 3 hours, but you will catch whiffs of it 8 to 10 hours. Like, it just won't be as powerful, but it's still there. So that's a good thing in my book. It layers really well with a variety of scents. Because it is more of a fruity sweet than anything else, it doesn't layer real well with either of these two because they are very woodsy, and woodsy and fruity don't always mix real well on me. But it layers really well with my Maison Louise, which is a very floral smell. It also layers really well with the two that I got in my scent box in January that I have just a few spritzes left of. They're kind of both more of the musky amber and oud scents. It layers really well with those. So this is a great layering scent. So far, 5 Sins has been my favorite perfume. I do have, in addition to the one I got Friday, I have one other scent that I am getting to try this month that is not released yet. It won't be released until the end of April, but I'm excited to share that one with you when it is released. and I'm really excited to try it. And yeah, that's all I'll say about that. But overall, scent-wise, I still haven't found anything to compare or replace my Life of the Party 5 scents. And I'm still figuring out what do I like and what is my scent profile of choice. Definitely find that I like a lot of woodsy, a lot of spice. I'm leaning towards sweet, definitely like sweet smells. I like some gourmand, but not all. Fruit is okay. Anything oud or musky, I'm gonna be happy with. I find those to be very sexy smells, and that's kind of what I like to smell like, is stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to adventuring more into the scent world. Last but not least, we are gonna do the dog and miscellaneous section. So when it comes to pets, these are actually treats we found at our local semi-discount grocery store, and they are Butcher's Prime roasted beef lung tips. All our animals are obsessed with these. Every one of them, all 3 cats, both dogs. We have to crumble them up pretty small for the cats, but these are their now go-to favorite treats. These are fabulous. If you ever see these in the store, great treats for, I don't remember if I reviewed these or not, but we got the Delectables Lickable Spoon cat treats. 2 of our 3 cats love these. Charlie will eat the whole thing by himself. Lucy eventually comes to get some, and she really likes it when she's there. Ezzy, oh, the other cats are doing something, I guess I should come get my bit. But Ezzy's just contrary, so I wouldn't go by her opinion. Charlie and Lucy love these. I think they're great. They're a nice little treat for your cats, especially if you need to be grooming them or doing something that they're maybe not too thrilled with. It's a great way to encourage them to give you their attention. All right, I was lucky enough to do a couple of content creation projects for Solid Gold. I took some pictures of Jazz for their Solid Gold allergy support supplement. We've been trying it on Anna, and I will be honest, I want to try it for a little bit longer before I 100%. Oh, by the way, these 2 products are both 10 out of 10s. I want to try it for a little bit longer before I 100% give it my rating, but I do want to say Anna's the one that has allergies. She will get kind of these inward coughing fits, like where she's but it's coughing. I don't know. It's very scary for her and for us. It does seem like since we've started giving her these, those have calmed down or lessened in frequency a bit. The other one we got to do is the Solid Gold calming supplement, and Jazz is like hearing me talk about it, and she's coming up like, Mom, you know I like that stuff, right? This was a game changer for Jazz when the tornadoes were coming through a couple weeks ago and we had the really bad storms. She did a really good job just curling up and kind of conking out, sleeping through them. They were very helpful. We like them. So I would say those are a 10 out of 10. The allergy, like I said, we've only been trying her on it for a short time. I want to do it longer before I give it an official rating. We've got a couple more pet products that we'll be reviewing in April, because apparently when it comes to user-generated content, I'm the pet lady, and those are the ones I get chosen for the most. All right, I got a pair of cat ear headphones, oddly enough, from Lorella. They have some interesting other stuff they sell. These are a wireless, so they do hook up, or they're Bluetooth, I think. But they do hook up to my laptop. I was worried at first that they wouldn't, but they do. The ears light up, which is really cool. They have decent sound, but not like the best. The one complaint I have is if you go like 3 minutes without something sound-wise coming out of your speakers, they will automatically disconnect. They won't turn off, they just disconnect. I don't like that. But they work rather well for what I need them for, so I'm giving them a 7 out of 10. Also in the odd stuff I got from Lorella is this lip plumper. And the way it works, you pull this little doohickey out, but you put your lips in this end and you push it in and then let it go, which creates a vacuum and sucks your lips in. Alex did warn us before he gave us these. If you don't know how to use them, don't use them, and just use it as a paperweight, because he hurt himself doing it. I managed to not hurt myself, but the vacuum is like basically it's giving your lips a hickey. So it is going to pull blood to your lips. So be sure that you're catching your lips only and not a whole lot of skin around it, because if you catch a lot of skin around it, you're basically going to have a giant hickey around your mouth. The effects last about a day, and my lips were a little sensitive after I did it, but not bad. So, because it is so easy, like, you won't permanently damage yourself, but it is possible to cause minor injuries. I'm going to give this a 0 out of 10 because I don't like products that can hurt somebody. Does it work? Yeah. Can you get it to do what you want it to do fairly easily? Yeah. Can you also hurt yourself and make yourself look like an idiot for a couple of days? Yeah. All right. Wolf and I did do one of the Make It Mini Potions bottles. Sorry, one of the Harry Potter Make It Mini Potion bottles. We got the Love Potion. This is not a child-friendly craft project. You're gonna make a mess if you try to get your kids to do this. In addition, some of what went into the making of this was experience I had from doing other resin projects. It's still not super easy unless you have an LED light. Like, it's got a little bubble in it, which I don't like. Because it had to sit in the sun, all of the glitter had time to settle. I don't like that. We don't have a UV light, so I didn't really have another option. Also, while on one hand it's really cute to have this little potion bottle to keep it in, it's somewhat frosted, so that like messes with how you display it. Just realized the resin never fully set up in the cauldron. That's not good, so I'm going to put that back out in the sun so it has some time to... I had fun doing these. I think Wolf had somewhat had fun doing these. It's not a good kid's craft. Like, if your kid is not close to teenager or very, very good at little tiny fiddly things, this is not something you want to expose them to. I give it a 5 out of 10. I want to make more because I do resin art, but I wouldn't recommend this to people generally. The Halufex glucosamine. As far as glucosamine supplements go, this is a perfectly serviceable one. I don't like that you're supposed to take 4 freaking capsules at a time. That's crap. I've been taking one. I've had some minor benefit from it, but very minor. Then I've got the MenoSlim Advanced. It supports healthy weight management and also helps manage some common menopause symptoms. I've been taking these for about 3 weeks now. I have noticed I get less hot flashes at night, which is the biggest menopause symptom I've been dealing with. And I definitely have noticed even between my Monjaro shots, I am not experiencing hunger as much. So I think these are doing what they're supposed to do. I'm gonna go with 8 out of 10. Last one is the Intimate Rose Mayo and D Churro with ashwagandha, or inositol with ashwagandha and vitamin D. This is supposed to be a dietary supplement that helps. It's supposed to help balance hormones. This is another one where they tell you to take 4 capsules at a time. That's ridiculous. I don't take more than 2 of any one pill at a time, so if you expect me to take more than that, you're adding too many fillers. I don't notice that it's doing anything, honestly. I don't think I will be continuing this once this bottle is gone, which should be sometime in 2029. I don't know. They give you 120 pills. I'm not taking more than one at a time. Now, yeah, I am not taking the recommended daily amount, but if I took the recommended daily amount of these and the recommended daily amount of these, that's 8 pills right there. Then here's 9. Then I have my 2 sleeping pills, 10, 11. I have a heart pill, 13 or 12. I have a nerve pill, 13. I have a OCD pill, 14. And then I also have panic attack pills that I can take up to 3 times a day. That's up to 9. That takes me up to 23 pills a day if I took the max amount everybody said. I am not doing that. I'm not doing that. So, not gonna get these again, 1 out of 10. Not gonna get these again because I feel like there are better glucosamine supplements out there that don't require you to take 4 freaking capsules. This one I actually like and may continue. So that's it. That is all the products I got to try in March. So the only thing that's left to do is head on over to Editor Bell and see who won the March giveaway. All right, everybody, it is time to draw the winner of March's giveaway. I just want to remind you, everything that's in there, of course, there's always a few surprises that I throw in as well. But we have, we have the Size Up mascara from Sephora. We have a little mini glow light from Lorella. We have some Lorella makeup wipes. We have some Lorella gemstones. We have not 1, not 2, but 3 facial masks from Lorella. You noticing a theme here? You have an entire full bottle of the Christophe Robin Shampoo Délicat. If you like roses, you will love this. If you don't, find someone who does. You also have the Vitamin C Foaming Cleanser from Lorella. We also have a lip liner from Lorella. We have an eyeliner, a red sparkly eyeliner from Lorella. We have the Jekka Black Glow Drops. I love these. These are amazing. We've got 3 little mini brand Disney edition. Got Captain America's shield, the Black Widow, and Alice. You have a lipstick from Lorella. You've got 2 Carmex in the scent strawberry and peach mango. You have the Sephora Vitamin C and E Super Glow Serum. From Subscription Sisters, you have a creamsicle chapstick. You also have the What's Up Beauty mascara. Lots of mascaras. You've got a little almondine garnet. I forget what stone this is, but you have a little cabochon or worry stone. And I think that's it of the stuff I said was good. Oh, and you have a beauty blender and soap from Lorella. There's also some other surprises coming in. So let's see who wins, and then we're going to check and make sure they are following. And if not, we're going to draw again. Oh, it's slowing down. I put all 54 entries in. Janelle B88, let's see if you're in here. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. I'm guessing this is you. Janelle B88. Sure is. Congratulations. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support, and I'll be reaching out, figure out where to send all this. Congratulations. If you didn't win this time, keep entering because April's giveaway, I already know some of what's going in there, and there's some really nice stuff. Really nice. Including a currently unreleased full-size perfume. Can't tell you from what brand, but it's going in there. It will have been spritzed like 4 times, but it's full. It's whole thing. So that's going in there. There's so much good stuff. So thank you for supporting my channel. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching this video, and see you next time.